Take an everyday object, say a car. Behind the wheel, your safety depends on the quality of each part of your vehicle and the way it was assembled. Automotive or aeronautics manufacturers call on a virtual tool for this process, PLM, Product Lifecycle Management. Literally, the way each stage of a product's lifecycle is managed. PLM is a digital duplicate, a highly detailed model in which the life cycle of each component is recorded, duly listed out, the part source, diagram, suppliers, assembly, technical inspection history, and so on. Each and every operation is recorded. PLM is the biography of a piece of equipment, what makes it traceable. Safety goes hand in hand with traceability. Centralized traceability, accessible from a single, unique database. Convenient. Now take a much more complex machine, a nuclear power plant. A power plant contains 400 kilometers of pipes, 1,600 kilometers of cables, 176,000 tons of steel reinforcements, 70,000 metal frameworks, 460,000 cubic meters of concrete, and several hundred thousand technical references. All under the responsibility of multiple parties, project owners, engineers, suppliers, technicians, inspectors, and so on. Take this pump. To interact safely with the overall system, it has to meet specific criteria on flow rate, pressure, temperature, drive, connection with digital command control system, functional requirements, and safety. This information comes streaming in from a multitude of participant players, engineers, technicians, suppliers, and nuclear safety authorities. Were a technical inspection to result in order to perform work on the pump due to signs of wear, the expertise of all the contributors just mentioned would have to come into play to trace back the infrastructure's history, make necessary improvements, determine replacement procedures, have all of the work certified by ASN, and update all of the reference bases. Did I hear you say collaboration? As architect and leading contractor in nuclear energy, EDF has been a pioneer in collaborative engineering since the 1980s. To harmonize the work of all those contributing to a given project, the group began developing its nuclear power plants nearly 30 years ago using a 3D digital model and database limited to a handful of professions. The EDF database and those of its partners continue to form an archipelago of islands and islets, each with its own culture, such that finding a reference and cross-checking information takes time. This is why EDF thinks time has come to bring them together into a single continent, one that can be easily accessed by each contributing player, Nuclear PLM. Nuclear PLM will ultimately equip each power plant with a virtual plant, a constantly evolving virtual plant that collects and archives, in real time, the slightest operation carried out. A digital duplicate that fills but from within, from the first moment of design to the dismantling of the site over a period spanning a century. A century means 3 generations of specialists, but also partners, suppliers, operators, and authority representatives passing on the flame in the design, operation, and dismantling of each unit. A century also means an ocean of information that needs to be identified, brought together, digitized, modeled, and indexed. A digital modeling and architecture challenge lasting a few years at most, so that years of experience can come together in a single secure database shared boundlessly. In a few clicks, the contributor or supervising authority can effortlessly travel back over the history of every nut and bolt. Quick access to the right information means a quantum leap in efficiency. A dream come true. Professions uniting their talents around shared data information. Mountains of swiftly transmitted, immediately accessible data, shortened decision-making and inspection times. What efficiency? What progress? To make this extraordinary possibility a part of the PLM experience, EDF is counting on every player in the field, for the information everyone needs results from collaboration on everyone's part: designers, suppliers, authorities, and operators. What do you say we unite our talents?